guys. I just uploaded I was like 15 minutes into a video and realized that something was frozen. The time was still going, but there was no picture. So I hope this works. To anybody new, and I see you, a couple of new people, welcome, welcome. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, mystic, medium, earth angel, witch, psychic, and messenger of God. Welcome, welcome. I just did like a whole 15-minute intro, dude, telling you all about what I learned and discovered and how my fucking ride was and everything, and I'm a little out of breath. Let's just get straight into it. Apparently, they didn't want you to know any of my personal business and nothing about my trip. If you want to know anything about it, go catch it in my community page. Sorry, but that's what had happened. God is God. God. So, for anybody new, welcome, welcome. I am the Lilith reincarnated. I am a reincarnated soul. What does that mean? It means, so are you, but I'm the only one that apparently knows this shit. I literally am the only person that seems... No, that's not true. There's stories of people, kids remembering their past lives and stuff. Anyways, I'm fully awoken. I'm here to awaken you. I'm here to get you out of the dark into the light. It's really funny. My son said something earlier. He said, Lilith, your kids were cursed. I was like, yeah, they were damned. My children were damned by God. But now it's different. I said, now I get to redeem my children and bring them back to the light. Who are my children? You of the darkness, you of the wicked heart. I'm here to teach you that it's okay to have that dark heart, but we need to, heal it and get you to the light. All my children. It's a true story. That's what my son said to me earlier. And it's like, what am I here? I am the light bearer. I've come for the darkest. I've come from the dark. I'm the freaking goddess of hell. I've come to get the people out of hell. In essence, you're my children. I've come to walk you out of hell. Where's hell? Hell on earth? Hello. Welcome to the human experience. How's your life going? What's in your pocket? Anyways, so catch another video or 2 or 3 and we'll talk about karma and stuff. Today is our Sunday fun day, so we're going to try to keep it sunny and funny, hopefully. And we're also doing our 10-day forecast. That means that this energy will be a psychic prediction. It's not. It was written in the stars. Here comes that song. Written in the stars. Please don't make me sing, Holy Spirit. Not in public right now. Anyways, this is what God said is going to happen for the next 10 days. I'm just here as the message bearer. You can get mad, you can get sad, you can do whatever you want. Just don't bother me about it, because then God's going to come get you. What's going to get you? I don't know. It could be something from the light or definitely something from hell.
Bad boys, bad boys.
Bad boys. What you going to do? What you going to do? Hold on. I'm being guided to light an incense. I was burning a whole different thing in my intro, so now we're moving on to part 2. Hi. Oh, how pretty. Is she dragging you over to say hi? It might be the pizza or it could be our spirit. All the animals come to us.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, we're spiritual people. Oh, it could be the pizza, though. Oh, she's so pretty. She's as tiny as your shoes. How pretty. Oh, you guys, the cutest thing in the world. Hello, princess. Oh, yes, come to the reading. You want to be famous? You want to be famous? Look at how little she is. That's the cutest face in the world. She came to the spirit. How cute. What's her name?
Jane.
Jane? Oh, she's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm easily distracted. Anytime a dog comes, most definitely. So, our 10-day forecast always comes out with the Egyptians, the Krsna, and the Odin energy. But because it's Sunday Fun Day, we always stay in the light cards. So we're going to talk about our archangels automatically. I did not bring the Holy Bible because that gets always dark to me. I didn't play a good role in that, and not in those. We're not in the good time to be, playing with the Bible. So, anyways, going into this. The Egyptians had a 10-day forecast. The energy stayed for 10 days. They had a deacon. They had a god that lasted for 10 days, and it was predicted. I got us back on that calendar, and we're on that calendar, and we work through that energy. Krsna in an alternate reality runs through the same energy, and so does Odin. So we kind of all align it, and then, of course, you put God, the Jesus God that's on Sunday Fun Day, the Sabbath. We got a little bit of all kinds of God for you. Do you know God? God in heaven? Hey, the first person I met, she said she was an atheist. I was like, oh, I've come for you. She didn't like it. I gave her my card. My card scares people. It's written. My card, let me show you my card. My card scares people. When they see this is real, it's one thing to say it. But when I pull out my card and it says, High Priestess Phoenix. And it tells you right there that I do meditation classes, self-love, shadow work sessions, oracle readings, exorcisms and house cleanings, spiritual growth readings, protection and banishment services, chakra alignment, and how to find me. It gets real. You're like, oh, wait a minute, what does she do? Yes, I heal in the name of Jesus Christ. I do all this crazy shit in Jesus' name. Amen. They get a little freaked out. And that's what I was talking to another lady about. I was like, that's what I told my kids. I was like, people that say they're atheists and don't believe in God is not that they don't believe. They can't believe that God's done this to them. Meaning, God's been fucked up. And they don't believe there's a God because their life has been so fucked up. Hey, all my children, check it out. That's just God. Hey, don't interrupt. We've already had too many interruptions. That's just God, bro. I'm going to teach you. There's Old Testament God, and then there's this new God that you guys created called the devil. That guy don't exist. Give me a break. That's all in your guys' weird, twisted mentalities. Meaning, you're like, the devil made him do it. No, that was a total dude that did that shit because he watched a lot of weird shit on TV. That's what fucking Dahmer said. I saw it once on TV. That's what they always said. I saw this shit on TV. Stop watching TV. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's get down to business. All right, 10-day forecast. For the next 10 days, we are going to be with Kenmet, the cow, or darkness. Son of a monkey. The mineral you'll need is the garnet. I don't have all my minerals, but they're in my room. And we are on page 33. Check it out. That's what happened. I went to put the page like this, and I was like, where's the page? I was like, wait a minute, it's not there. The screen isn't working. We have to start all over. And that's what happened. Well, at least we're here together. How are you? Hey, how are you? All right, card meaning. Development and growth. Imagine the darkness of the womb, where a fetus is developing before birth. That's pretty much what happened to us. We drove into the fetus of the womb. And literally, my womb was killing me, remember? It was the moon cycle. Oh, we cycled that shit out. All right, this tiny speck starts as almost nothing, but slowly over time it grows into a baby full of life and potential. Kenmet represents a period of darkness that is necessary before change can occur. All right, I heard... Let me light a cigarette. Holy shit. And that's it. Where are you? Are you with me? Okay, I don't know if you're in the positive of this darkness where you're in the unknown, because we drove into the unknown, or is God just put you in an unknown? He pretty much did. You can just choose to see it how you want and see if you can find a way out. What did I see? Arizona. Arizona iced tea. What have we been drinking since we got here? Dude, the last bit of sweet tea was not so sweet. I needed more sugar in the tank. Ha ha ha! Get the jokes? The punchlines? You missed me, didn't you? I missed me too. I don't talk to nobody, really. I keep it all to myself. I did some ministering today. I talked to a man. He was like, you are full of light. I said, I am the light. I'm here to guide people out of the darkness. Right? And then I got him a hoagie. He's like, can I get you something to eat? He's like, I want a hoagie. I was like, dang, I ain't heard nobody call it like that since my mama. He said a hoagie, dude. Do you know what a hoagie is? A fucking sub? A sandwich? It was funny. That's what he said. And the motherfucker was like $8. I was like, fine. You're an expensive fucking need. Anyways, going back to it. We're going into unknown. Great. 10 more days of I don't know what the fuck God is doing with me. I really don't. I don't know what. I don't know. I mean, you don't get it. You don't get it. I have this disease where I can go anywhere and see potential. So I'm like, I mean, we drove through. There's a lot of houses that are left out. There's a lot of businesses that are closed down, but there's a lot of stuff that's still there. You know what I mean? So I see potential anywhere I go. I don't be like, oh, this is a fucking shithole. We're never going to make it here. I'm like, I can make it anywhere. So with that being said is, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do while I'm here. You're like, are you going to get a job? I asked the lady and she said you should go apply with the natives. I'm like, yeah, that didn't work so well with the Choctaws. They're like, no, it's different here. That's pretty. But I don't know. I didn't know why I came here to begin with. Ultimately, my mind says I should do like everybody else. You get a job, you get a house, you get a man, you get a future.
You don't need no man.
I don't need no man. I'm Lilith. No, I'm here for a man. I'm here to love the shit out of one. I'm going to submit. I'm somebody's bitch.
Wow, I did not need to hear that.
I
You said
am.
in the bedroom.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I was gonna lust the shit out of someone. I said I was gonna love the shit out of someone. Jesus. Anyway, so, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I didn't know God was gonna put me in a place. I don't know what God's gonna do to me. I don't know what he's gonna do for me. I don't know if he wants me to stay here. He never wants me to stay anywhere, bro. But if they allow me to stay here long enough to make good money, I could get me an RV, and that would be great too. They're everywhere. Everybody lives in some kind of, if it's not an actual swanky RV, then it's an actual like trailer home or a module home. And then all of the houses, they're super duper, dude. It does have this Cali feel. Oh, fucking bitch. No, I can't really show. I can't be really all out there like that. But the homes are really cool. They're all, I don't know. I'll show you another time when I'm cruising through town.
Houses.
They're cool. Like it's all flat, and I don't know. It's got a cool vibe. There's a lot of Latino culture right here, and again, we were deprived that in all areas that we were at, especially fucking Oklahoma. You know what I mean? So talking Spanish and shit. That was cool. I don't know. Do you know? What are you doing for the next 10 days? Oh, you don't know? That would be God then. Okay, let's get on to it. Let's see. Kenmet represents a period of darkness that is necessary before a change can occur. It will almost always be a positive change, even if the present situation is not exactly ideal. Bro, we're in a great spot. Are you good? We're good. The only thing is our internet's funky, but if we go out, we can get better internet. Let's see. The parallels found in the meaning of this card with its history are evident. A period of gestation, of waiting for change to occur, can be painful and unpleasant, but it is absolutely necessary. If you don't grow, you won't be ready to handle the changes coming our way. There we go. That sounds like Kobe. But here we go. And that's it, is like they'll put you in a moment, it's a pause for the cause, and you think, and that's what I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune card on my cards. It says the least fluctuation happens in the middle, but that's where the most impact is. And then I'm also seeing my cards, I didn't bring them, the white light cards. So the white light cards say that there's a frequency. The lowest frequency is when your mind moves at the highest frequency. So in essence, doing nothing can create everything. And so it might just be that, to be honest, I'm in a place of rest. This is a place of rest where they're like, let us help you figure stuff out and rebuild. It's a rebuilding, if you could ever look into, you know what I mean, that's transitional housing is. It's a rehabilitational housing situation for struggling families, for those that don't know. So, you get a caseworker, someone comes in and is like, tell me what's going on and how to help you. And that's where it starts. And as long as you're honest and you're hardworking and you're trustworthy, they work with all that. On the wall was the Section 8 housing packet, so we could do that again. There's the packets there to apply for aid. There's packets there for that show for employment. There's employment everywhere. There's all of this stuff. Again, we just arrived, and I need to, I don't do anything out of just, I'm waiting on God. So obviously my time is controlled, but I don't see what is to come. And you don't really know. You leave your options open, knowing that right now we're in a place of just unknown, and what can we grow and learn from this. And that's that. I usually find those moments with Kobe where he starts playing the reels. What do I mean? He starts rolling the tapes back. Let's see how we got here with no judgment. Let's just see let's look at the season before we go into the next season, is how I've had these moments before with, and again, why do I say Kobe? Because he's the person that, he is my spirit guide that is guiding me, that is basically, he's my manager. He's my coach. He speaks my language. Him and Pac, they speak my language, but they're being, they're being controlled by the universe. They're, you tell her what's up. You tell her what's up. You go to her because she don't listen to us. I don't fucking listen to you. I can't fucking understand you. I don't know what you're talking about. Kobe, what the fuck is happening? Pac, what the fuck is on the block? You know what I mean? That's just how it works. So I've had these moments where it's not, I can't say it's just Kobe, it's the universe. It's where I'm sitting down with my guide, and my guides are saying this is where we're at, and that's what I'm getting the feel off of this card for anyone that's not being forced into towers. But ultimately, I feel that no matter what, if you're in the dark, you're in a tower. I don't know why people are so scared of the tower card. It just means God came in. That's the God card, if you ask me. I know you're like, no, that's the devil. Like, no, that's the God card. God came and you have to understand that an act of complete devastation is God. He devastates your life. There's no devil that's doing this to you, and you didn't do it to yourself. It's a regular day in the neighborhood, and one action, word, or situation has now just shattered your entire belief system, financial stability, religious communities, your family, friends, anything. It's just, that's God. He's life-shattering truth. He stops you in your track. It's just how he works. Welcome to the awakening. All right, the parallels found in this card are a gift with history, but it's absolutely necessary. If you don't grow, yeah. History. Kenmet is found in all lists of deacons, a rare distinction shared by few other deacons. Even when it's not present among the first deacons, is given a list. It is still regarded as the leader of the deaconal gods. A text from the temple, Como Omo, states that Kenmet is the first among the stars, great god, lord of the stars. The translation of the hieroglyphic, and that's these over here, these are the hieroglyphics. If you've seen them, if you wanted to study Egyptian, you would be studying, you would know that those referred to Kenmet, those hieroglyphics. Somebody else might want to argue with me, but I don't care. The translation of the hieroglyphic Kenmet also has long been disputed. It could mean cow or be a partial rendering of the Egyptian word for Egypt itself. Kenmet means black, and reference to the fertile black soil along the Nile River. Either meaning could accurately describe a group of deaconal stars. It may reference a primordial darkness that exists before humans were created, or it could indicate the cow as a mother figure that gave birth to the rest of the deacons. Hold on a second, I'm being guided to double check something. Or maybe I'm just wanting to double check something. That's right. Okay, so we relived this. Why did he? Because it's like, no, I felt like it was too much of, that we'd already read it. But that's not it. Because while I was reading it, I'm just stunned by this. Because I'm reading it, and I'm seeing it past, present, future. But at the same time, as I'm reading it, it's like I'm seeing you guys are going into it. But as you hear, I'm still in it myself. It's repeated. The next card is what we were supposed to be in, but we're not. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, we're in stuck energy. We're in stuck energy. I didn't make a mistake. They don't want me to stop reading because I've already testified this is the energy we're in. But this was the last 10-day energy. We're, according to the calendar, September 22nd. That's what I'm telling you. You have to learn how to read energy, because it's not a mistake. If it was a mistake, I was about to say, oh, we're on the wrong energy. No, we're not. It's a different card for the next energy, but we're not. We're still in a state of stuck. Or you are. I'm going to double check this, but I'm not being guided to say it was a mistake, because I've already testified that this is what it needs to be. That's interesting. And that's what just the difference is. Like, a card reader only has so much power beyond the cards. And I've been watching you card readers. It's like you put too much power in those cards. All right, going anyways. Let me just get into this. So this is a repeat of the last 10 days, but there's a reason for it, because it's a stuck energy. We're in a stuck energy, and I guess probably tarot readers would be able to verify that if I watched your bullshit. But we're still in it. Do you hear it? We're still in a birthing process. Because ultimately, think about my last 10 days. I was still in the darkness, but I wasn't. I was extremely in my masculine and active. So I didn't actually go into this phase. Not fully. Not fully. I bypassed it. If we're talking about me, I don't know if I'm talking about you. Where are you? I wish I knew you. You could tell me where you are in this energy. if it resonates. Anyways, let's go back to this. I caught it in the middle of it. I was like, hold on, this is now, but it was the same energy. Either meaning could accurately describe the first group of decanal stars. During this week in the Egyptian calendar, their going forth are the great flames occur. This is a reference to the appearance of the star Regulus, and I'm hearing that from Harry Potter, which is widely believed to be the astronomical identity of Kenmet Deacon. Who is Regulus? Wasn't he the professor that turned into the wolf and shit? The half lichen? During this week, let's see. This week ends with the Tekka Festival, a day of drunkenness. Yep, see where you were supposed to. And that's because I didn't drink. A day of drunkenness celebrating Skemet's conversion from goddess of destruction into peaceful cow goddess Hawthorne. There it is, the ascension of Skemet. And that's it. That's what they want us to point out too. In this lifetime, I'm ascending master Lilith. My Lilith is, you know what I mean? I bring my Lilith to the light. And I bring all the children of Lilith back to the light, the darkness. I walk the children of the darkness. You know what I mean? I heard the children of the corn. There's a creepy-ass movie. The children of Dan all of them. And it's in the Bible. The children were cursed for their darkness, for their dark works. You know what I mean? The fallen. We're all fallen angels, is what happened. We fell. We used the power against mankind. So I teach you now to leave that's no longer serving you, to make atonement in the way of Jesus, and I walk you back to the light. He sends me, the goddess of hell, to bring the children of hell out of hell. So, going back to this, Skemet's conversion from the goddess of destruction, and that's my Kali side as well. I'm already a god in all of those sides. I'm already a goddess. I'm already redeemed in all of my other sides. My Lilith is what needed to be redeemed. Not only my Lilith, but my Medusa, my Hecate, all of my goddess of the moon. I've come to redeem the goddess of the moon. That was what was deemed, you know what I mean? That those that practiced beyond the moon were those that practiced in the dark. And with that being said, no, I don't want to shake your hand, you weirdos. Stop doing shit like that. You need to, I don't even really know what you've done in this life, but I know that it's practices of old lives, and you need to stop that and go Jesus' way. Okay? All right, ritual. In ritual work to Kenmet, like Sobdet, may be called upon to lead the deacons to your altar and may serve as an intermediary between you and other Egyptian deities. Okay? Kenmet is also influenced, and that's it too, as I'm working with other deities. I'm working with natives now, so that's probably where I am. I'm with new deities. Can I see them? No, it's the land. They're not physical formed yet until I can, I put the energy into a physical form where I can actually see who these people were and what they were. I'm just like you. It's just in my imagination and before it becomes an actual, you know what I mean? And that's it. I know nothing. We know nothing until we can fill ourselves with the true knowing of who people are, who their gods were, what was this land about, where am I, and why am I here? Why am I being blessed with this understanding? And I got to tell you right now, it feels beautiful, huh? It feels like 60 degrees out here and pretty. Super pretty. Let's see. Kenmet is also influences events by delaying their conclusion. That's it. I told you I'm in a stuck energy. If there is something you would like to postpone, according to the Naos of the deacons, this deacon has the ability to tie their hands. For detailed information on how, see, I told you. That's where I was. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so the next deacon is, Kari, Hept, and Kenmet. And this is we're going to stay here because we are here in a stuck energy. That's interesting, but it's not because, that's just the way it is. Thanks, Pock. What's up, Pock? You're like, how could that be? You want to argue with me? Go ahead. Argue with God. That's what I was going to say. Did I just make a mistake? Am I supposed to pull the wrong card? Nope. That's where we are. We are right there still. We are still in the gestation page. And I don't think I gestated. I got stuck. I was constipated. I was spiritually constipated. How about you? I think we need more light. Don't you think? Should we light some candles? They wouldn't let me bring my candles in. We should light some candles. What are you talking about? I would not be a fucking... You're crazy. They're crazy. Crazy.
Hey,
Oh,
you
wow.
can't call me crazy. I'm not allowed to call you crazy.
I know. I didn't mean it like that. No, I don't play around like that. Let me pull our next cards. The Lumerians jumped out, but I think we need more light. I'm pretty positive we need light. I in the sense of I wouldn't do it if I wasn't going to do it safely is what I meant by that. Give me a moment, guys. Let me get some candles. It's really getting darker, and I need to be able to see to read. Oh. My son's all...
Can I show the camera my pictures?
Sure, as long as they're not...
They're not weird.
Don't put your whole body in there. Just share your art. She was sitting here drawing pictures as we were sitting here.
Yeah, I'm so cool. Okay, chat. Okay. Boom, boom. It's here. Hold on. Let me turn the camera. It's that thing. I didn't want to do the benches because they were too hard. That's what she said. And then look, boom, it's the tree. Yeah, look at that little itty bitty tree right there.
How long I get?
And then yeah.
Okay, my love. Did you share some?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay.
Look, it's the heart. It's a poisonous flower that's shaped like a heart.
It could be the heart of Jesus.
It's called the dripping heart.
Okay, maybe
drips.
not. Doesn't sound very Jesus-like. All right, let me put this out because she's all... The grass is crunchy. And I was like, they're like, we don't get rain. I was like, what? I can do something about that. But that usually has devastating effects. You know the whole story of the Nile? Just playing. All right, let's see. So, of course, everybody's worried about the fire. You gotta be smart about fire. Only you can prevent. I saw Smokey. Smokey out there taking a shit. That's what came in my head. That fucking bear was in every national forest all over the side of the roads, telling you not to light fires or be careful with fires and
be careful.
all this stuff. It was funny. I saw him a million times. The kids are like, who? I was all, Smokey out there taking a shit. It was funny. He was all over. Okay, there we go.
Instagram.
I don't know. Let's keep going. So we got that. Let's check our Krsna energy. Where's our Krsna cards? Nope, we got Odin. Okay, we're going with Odin. Okay. My son's like, it's been like 15 minutes. I was like, yeah, because we started another video. I just realized that. This is the second video, and we're only 30 minutes into this one. Oh, we got cards falling out. Let's see. We got this one. And then there was another one that looks really cool because I saw them, but we're going to stick with the one we got. Oh, my candles went out. Dang it, Beavis. I really needed those. I just need some more light. I'm wondering... Nope, out of my way. That light's getting bright. Oh, you're sweet. I love you, Amelia Bedelia. So sweet. Alright, let's see. Well, that's a rune of some kind. So let's hope we're not ruined. Get it? What is that? Bajarkin? That's probably not right. We're going to try.
Mom, what did you do to the light?
That light?
What did you do to it?
I didn't do anything. It's energy. I don't do anything. Bro.
That's so wild song.
There it is. Bajarkin. Fertility, the birch tree, and life. Oh, okay. We got some birch. See, I have all that stuff too. There's a bug in my go away. All right, the rune Bajarkin. Maybe that's not. Maybe we dropped the G. Barkin. Don't make me do it, D. Don't make me do it. DMX is about to make me bark out here. There's already people watching me. Please don't make me bark, bro. Fucking don't make me do that shit, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking Holy Spirit. Just kidding. I'll be all talking shit. Like, come on, Holy Spirit. Don't be fucking asshole. There we go. Work it. Work it. No, you don't want to be an asshole? Don't be an asshole. Work with me, Lord. There we go. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay. I like the display, you know, right? I like what I do. Anyways, represents fertility and rebirth. The birch tree symbolizes the goddess, the bringer of life. We pass through 4 stages in life: birth, adolescence, adulthood, and death. Here we go. The rune requires you to not take your life for granted, but rather to celebrate life on a daily basis. My daughter asked me earlier, she's like, are you scared of death? I was like, that's what we had a conversation about. I was like, when I was your age, I was like, but then I understood what this is all about. I was like, you're going to live the best life you can have here. And if for some reason you miss something, you can come back and do some more. But life is going to be different after I leave. You won't have to go through suffering like this. You know, after I leave, life will be different. in the sense of all life. My life changes the world. So, you know what I mean, in her life, and that's what I even said, you know, she changes the equality between sexism. He changes technology, and I change religion. You know what I mean? We all have a very enormous purpose here to, you know, make an enormous impact as ascending masters here to do our community service with the world and change the world. Make it a better place. Get out of my face. I love you so much. I love him so much. All right. The rune requires you to not take your life for granted, but rather to celebrate life on a daily basis. Bajarkin is a sign that your projects or endeavors are about to manifest successfully. It is also a sign that if you want to create a family, you are blessed by the goddess. I'm ready, right? We're ready for a daddy? Well, none of us are going to call him that. What you build at this time can be success, with the proper attention and modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity. And that's it. What's going on with me? I don't know. Some dude's like, what do I do with her? She is just all over the place. I don't know. And that's it. He can't do nothing but figure himself out while I do what I got to do to figure myself out. And then whenever he figured it out, then he knows where to find me, usually. Merkstavi, in reverse, Bajarkin suggests that there's an international airport here. That's weird as fuck. In reverse, Bajarkin suggests that there is an interference with the growth of a project, self-discovery, or pregnancy. I'm with child Norbit, not even. Have you forgotten your responsibility to all creation? Ooh. Tend to the seeds you have sown. You may feel that progress and growth are at a standstill. This card suggests that you tend to the soil and remove any rocks or impediments to growth that you may have overlooked. Be mindful that you must fertilize and ground once again after you have addressed any interference from your karmic patterns. Take an offering out to the earth and ask the goddess for her help. Well, I told you fuckers, I told you I was stagnant and that I didn't plant no seeds, so nothing grew. That's what happened. When the new moon came, I didn't plant any real seeds, so nothing grew from it. I was just working through my mind. Lovely. Well, what happens on the full moon? You're full of shit and you have to let go of everything that you've already fucking held on to and start all over again so that you can plant new seeds on the new moon. And that's what it said. We're in a gestation place. So now I'll be set down again instead of moving. You're not fully going to understand this, but when you move through your masculine, you miss everything of the feminine. Meaning you're moving too fast. And in some of those movements, you're going to have to clean it all up. Meaning, I made money. Cool. I came here with money, but I didn't need it. So in essence, what did I do? I learned a bunch. I revisited memories. I did a bunch of spiritual work everywhere I went. I went to places. I was in Superior and Colorado and Erie and Boulder and Evergreen and places. You know what I mean? I'd never been. Idadel, and I stayed. You know, I did all these rituals in Black Hawk. I did all of my spiritual work there, and I did what I went to do. But I didn't actually create anything other than all I did was ministry work, if you look back at it. And all of that grinding to get money together wasn't necessary. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I need money. But right now, all of my needs, I got here and all of my needs are being met. Not really. I mean, you know, they are and they aren't, you know what I mean? It's just like, I missed a whole lot, obviously, and that's why I'm stuck. I have to redo this. We're in a stuck stage. I'm in a stuck stage, and I told you, Kobe's going to sit me down. And that's what's happening right now. What did you do? Why are you stuck? I'm just in the same place? Because you didn't actually see what you wanted. You just went for what you needed. And those needs were going to be met no matter what. If you want to know what I learned, it happened that fast, just looking at this card. It's like, fuck. You got me. You got me. You got me. You got me, boy. And that's it. How fast can I change the energy? Ooh, that fast. Did you see it? That was fast. And that's it. When you become aware of where you are and what needs to be done, then you can change it. So in essence, what do? Not the same thing I did. Don't go out there fucking doing the same thing you just did. Don't go racing out to go get money again and doing all this weird shit again. You know what I mean? So I got to figure this out. And that's it, is where you have to sit in nothing until I can't figure it out. I missed it, obviously. That's what it means. And God is so faithful. He's like, I'm going to hold you still for a minute, and we're going to do this again before you fuck up your life. And that's the truth. You'll be real mad that you're stuck in a position that you don't want to be in. But you don't understand that if you're not there, you could be somewhere way worse. And that's grace, dude. Like, he's like, all right, you didn't get it. You didn't get it. And I told you as soon as I got to the woods, that's all he wanted me to do was rest. And I wouldn't. I said it in Black Hawk. I said he wants me to just stay still and bask in the glory, but I can't. And I didn't. I'm just being honest. And I don't know if you guys can ever be that honest about yourself and your spirituality. I put too much of my manhood into this, and I lost track of what I was supposed to be learning. Instead I was doing instead of learning. I mean, I did, but it's already done. So now all I can do is go back and see what I missed. And that's what's very important. You look back to the mistakes to heal what you missed. You know what I mean? To see what you missed, and so that you don't do that again. And that's the grace of being held back. That's the grace of, no, you're not going to go on recess today. I want you to sit back and retake this test. Why? Because you can do better. You didn't give this, you know what I mean? You didn't give it the right energy. And I know you don't like that. Nobody wants to hear some shit like that, but that's God, bro. He loves us. And luckily, I hear it through a Kobe voice like that. You feel that? You see how the wind is blowing it? It's a beautiful wind. So in essence, you know, that's why we're stuck. We missed something. And that's, I mean, I don't know if you're me or what. I'm talking about me. And that's where I am. And if this isn't you, then maybe when this energy comes to you, you can be better than I was. You'll understand, you know, I don't know. These stupid card readers like to say shit like, this is a timeless collective reading, and when this message reaches you, it's through the right time. I don't know if you're on my time. I don't know if you're on God's time like I'm on God's time. I can't speak for you. I can only teach you how God teaches me, and so that you can have an understanding of how he works in my life and maybe be able to identify the things he's doing in yours. That's what a true priestess or preacher, reverend, or, you know, teacher of God teaches you. My job is just to teach you there's a God, and he works. And I teach you the different workings. I teach you the mystical workings, the dark workings of God. But I show you it's all light. It's just dark for some of us. And that's it. I'm the goddess of hell. I got to learn things a darker way. If you're with me, you attract to a darker sense of humor, a darker sense of things. You're my children, bro. We're going to figure this out. But it's not as easy as love and light, motherfucker. Grand rising. So get the fuck out my face, bitch. That's just not my energy field until I'm there. What do we got right now? Oh no, it's that guy. The first time I pulled this card, I got so many unbelievable feelings about this guy. I was almost creeped out about him. His energy, when it came into my aura, gave me an ill feeling. Do you see him with the fire and everything? Ew. Who is it? It's Yama, the Lord of Death. Holy shit. I'm telling you, it's a funny story. I haven't pulled him since, but I saw that guy and I was like, guys, there's this guy in my card that's freaking me out. He's freaking me out. You're like, your Ouija board doesn't do it? No, that guy freaked me out. I'll explain the story in a minute. All right, let's talk about it. Hey, we need some light. I can't even read that. Come on, use your eyes. Salutations to you, Yama, the Lord of Death, Punisher, who comes in the form of time. Salutations to the God of Law and the ultimate destroyer of all beings. Oh, here we go again. We're going to have to know our knowledge of the law, the righteousness in action, overcoming the fear of death, steadfastness in the face of judgment. Here we go again. All right. What does this mean? Anytime you step into your power, there are those that come to claim it from you, that say you have no power, and they try to use their laws against God's will. You must understand that if you live in America, you must live by their laws, but you must understand how their laws work. Oh, and Diddy, isn't that a crazy story? I can't even. The only thing I'm thinking in my head is he already told me who he's going for next. And I saw something on Facebook. It was like, after Diddy, you know they're next, and it had Beyonce and Jay-Z. I was like, oh, they're so further down the line. But yes, eventually. But who's next? I told you. Pac told you. Pac said Diddy first. Who'd he say next? Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. How do you think this might happen? You got Diddy over there that already done took down West Coast. If he's gonna have to snitch, what bitch is he gonna snitch on? His own or the others? What time is he not reliving? Is this not time replayed? All around the world, the same song. Hit him, Shock. Shock G up in the bitch. Shock G up in this bitch. It's Shock and Pac. Digital Underground. Y'all don't know. We're going Digital Underground. So Pac said he was coming for Diddy over 2 years ago. None of us could have ever imagined. It turned into a filthy, fucking disgusting thing. And of course Bieber is all in the middle of it. Isn't that hilarious? Karma and irony. Karma. You're gonna pay for that, Bieber? Oh my god, you paid in the worst way. And that's it, dude. Even the most random people that ever crossed my path and disrespected me, God got them in the most awful ways. What are you talking about? Bieber grabbed my phone, but I was the one person he did not throw it down and fucking do all that bullshit with that he was doing to fans when you would take a picture of him and he was all acting weird and shit. Yup. And then he's all tied in this funny story. I was like, oh, going back to fucking Lewis and your fucking creep-ass friends. Lewis was all excited about them having a baby. I was like, what kind of fucking weird parents you think they're gonna be, weirdo? Fucking you and fucking Kanye and Kim. Then I shared this goofy ass weird ass picture of Serena Williams drinking Michelob or promoting Michelob Ultra, looking like a whole fucking ultra fake. I was like, you guys, man, I can't take you. And you got Will Smith over there shaking hands. I'm like, dude, Lewis, you are so deep in hell that I don't think I could save you, but you are the most beautiful dark angel in there, like Jesus. Ultimately, I asked him, are you black? Are any of you really black? Because I'm black as night. I don't know what's going on. It's fight night. That's what I heard. Migos, fight night. Gonna knock him out like fight night. What is this talking about? It means somebody's gonna try to step to you. Ultimately, somebody's gonna try to take this, try to take you to the cleaners is what I heard. Let them. They're gonna get cleaned by God. I call Alistair upon everyone. I call ultimate justice. My God is justice. Your words, Jesus told you. Walk in the spirit, not in the laws of your temples, Templeton. In the sense of, when the time comes, I know exactly what to say and do. Steadfast in the face of judgment. So everyone has an opinion. You're in a fucking transitional housing. You're in this. You're in that. You did this. You did that. My life isn't your fucking business. Let's talk about your mom. Let's talk about your aunt. Let's talk about your fucking your fucking bloodlines. Let's talk about something, or let's not, and let's just fix some things. I don't know. Anyways, when it goes down to the law, don't play with me. My mom, that's all she did in her life was actually go to college. She went to school. She was a couple credits short of a master's degree in criminal justice with an emphasis on juveniles. You want to talk? We could talk. Or we could, you know what I mean? We could just walk it. Anyway, so this guy, he don't fucking play around. I like to keep him at my altar. I like to keep him in my room just to scare people. But there's nobody to scare. He scared me a little bit. It's fucking scary Larry over there. I'm gonna light the candle. You see that guy? Yep. Ultimate. He's the ultimate justice on that ass. Ultimate justice on that ass. And that's God. He's like, hold still. We're gonna take care of some shit. That's it. When I stay still, they move fast. When I'm moving, they stay still. It's just, you'll understand the energy. And it's not that they're not moving, but it's when we're moving, it's our game. Back up. You don't get in their game. You cannot force their free will. You allow them to move. And then when it's time, you move. When I move, you move. Just like that. That's ludicrous. I saw he was performing somewhere close in October. I don't know where I saw that. I was on a billboard. October something. It's ludicrous. Alright, I got one more card before it gets dark. I know I said I was going to pull the angels and shit, but it's getting dark. And this one I pulled right away. It was like right on top. Furried feathered frenzies. Since I got here, I've gotten unbelievable amounts of feathers. And the last one I got that I posted was all white. I only have one other all white feather. This one was all white, but I've gotten, when I got here, was a bunch of little white feathers on the ground. Then there was gray, then there was brown, then there's, oh my goodness, Becky. Super blessed and highly favored. For those that want to understand that, you're going to need to go do some research about the feathers and their meanings. I have an whole altar of feathers. When I first started doing any native work, I got my crow feather, and I was guided to take it over to this day. I didn't get to meet them. I would have loved to go back and speak with her. I was guided to a tribal member's house over in Commerce City. How do I know it was tribal? Because every couple of months, or like twice a year, they would set up a huge teepee and lots of people would show up. I saw the teepee and I was guided to go there with all my fucking crazy witchcraft shit. I walk up to this lady and I'm crying because the Holy Spirit's coming through me and I don't know how to channel it just yet. I don't know what is happening in me, but I'm telling her that the ancestors brought me and they're proud of you. And to let you know, or I'm supposed to tell her about my existence, to bring my spirit to her. And they tell me to show her my crow feather. And she says, you put that on your altar. At this point, I don't even know what an altar is, but I already have one. I already have an altar, but I don't even know I have an altar. It's just a place, and I'm starting to pile stuff on there, really nice and organized. What is it? It's an old TV that's sitting on my fucking dresser, and I start covering it with blankets, candles, making it a whole altar. It just happens real fast. It happens everywhere I go. So now you fast forward, each of those feathers are a level of my commitment, ritual, passage, and rites due to, you know what I mean, native teachings. Those are the ones. You've gone through this level. This is how I show you. That's how I get my stripes. I have probably over 100 by now, or close to it. I'm getting close to it. And that's what my son said. He's like, are you still going to make that headdress? I was like, what else am I going to do with them? And the fact of, I actually had to put all the little ones in here. Here they are. I put them in with the cinnamon. Because I had little ones from Oklahoma. I get them in all sizes, and it's just, you know, these are, the little ones are the birthing process. You learn what they mean. All of the feathers have so much meaning, you know what I mean? And so when I arrived to Colorado, or when I was, as soon as I pitched my tent in Blackhawk, I was given a feather, and I didn't know what it was, but I put it up at, you know, on top of my tent. As soon as I moved my tent over to Chief Hosa, I got a raven feather. And I got another feather that resembled the other one, where I had to look it up, and they were both owl feathers that were placed right at my tent side. They're now currently in my Bible. That's where I put those ones. The feathers that I got today, oh, they're here. They're in this book. Most of them I put at my bedside, but then I got some more, these big ones. I didn't know what to do with them, so I put them in here. Where'd you put them? I got 2 of them today. They just kept coming. I've only been here 2 days. But I got this one and this one that I put in this book. And then I'll take a picture. I've got like 5 at my bed, including that all white one right away. And then I've got 2 really big ones that are in the car that they gave me that I put in the car. They're everywhere. They mean a lot to me. If I didn't get one, I'd be offended that I didn't do something right. And there are times where I'll go a long time where I'm just in a stuck energy. I haven't learned my lesson. I haven't ascended, so I don't get that prize. You're like, your prizes are feathers. It's God. And the animals. That's a whole nother thing too. So let me find this book and we can get out of here. I brought everything with me, but unfortunately it's dark and I got to be in at a time. Okay, hold on. I have a card in here. I have the full spectrum card. Did we read the full spectrum? Ethical consumption. No, that was the last card. It was the last card because this one's 26. Okay, here we go. On page 75, furred and feathered friends, ethical consumption, making a different choice through our food choices, caring for all beings, animals, environmental awareness, doing the best we can, animal spirit guides. Okay? And that's another thing too, is I commune with the animals, with the herbs, you know, with the rocks, with the minerals, with the people. I'm a whole, you know, earth angel. I'm Lilith, created of the earth. I'm Mother Earth. So all of it communes and speaks with me. That's why that dog is like, I have to go see her. I have to go see her. That's the light. That poor lady, she didn't know what she was walking into. Her dog drug her over here, and it didn't want pizza. It wanted to come straight here and be part of the altar work. Why? Because it has a spirit, like everything. And that spirit wanted to be by the light, just like that black man this morning. He's out there cooking, and he could see my light bigger than the sun cooking his fucking face. Like, jeez, bro. Yeah, I'm the light. Shit. Animals are intuitive and sacred beings that walk the earth beside us. And that's what I told you about Nana. You know what I mean? Nana has a bed now. She has air conditioning. She's treated well. She has a dog walk. You know what I mean? Nana's, you know, this is big. They are the wisdom keepers of many earth traditions and some of our most loving companions. And again, you know, ultimately, yeah, that's my mom's spirit to keep me, you know, to love me. And during this time, she's not really, and that's what the kids are getting jealous. She's loving the shit out of me in the last couple days because I need it most. She's like literally curled up with me. When I started my freaking period, dude, she curled up right up on my belly like a pregnant woman, you know, like, oh, I know you hurt. You know, when I'm cold, she'll curl up next to my legs because I give all the blankets to the kids in the tent and stuff. I got the heater on them. You know, that's she cares for us. She's emotionally supportive to me and my family. She lets us know we're not alone and we're safe and we're loved. I don't know what your animals are to you, but she's not just our animal. She's my family. Right now, she's laid out, loving the bed right now. So she's in air conditioning. She's not made for that shit. She did it, but she didn't really like it. They have much to teach us, and yet and that's it. My mom's, I'm not outside. I want to be in the air. I want to be curled up somewhere. The way some species are treated is quite unbelievable. As we become more empathetic and our sense of compassion expands beyond that of our own family and community sphere, we start to see other beings and the quality of their lives as interconnected and equal. Okay, so they have a bunch of street cats all over the place, and they warned us. And you can see them, and they're so friendly. And then they're sitting there in the streets. You can see them. There's cats, and then there's also pigeons in the same parking lot. They're like right next to each other. They just coexist together. We may be inspired to, not like the birds, and dude, those birds were mean as fuck, dude. Those Oklahoma birds, they were attacking the cats and the freaking squirrels. They were so mean. We may be inspired to align our actions with our compassion to minimize the harm we do to the planet and all her inhabitants. And that's it. Don't kill anything. It has a life too. You might not want it in your life, so go take it to where it can live. I know it causes you to be brave, to be brave, to find a way to keep this thing alive and get it out of your house or out of your area, but don't hurt it. It has a life. God gave it a life. And it didn't mean to cross your life and scare you or cause you harm. Just, you know, just help it. And that goes back, I'm seeing Noah. You know, he didn't know he was going to be responsible for all the creatures of the earth. And he didn't even, you know, you don't have a choice. I don't have a choice to really, I mean, I don't like a lot of humans, but I've got to care for them. I don't like how you smell or look or talk or think, but I've got to care for you. I got to care about you. Somebody's got to care about you. You know, and that's it. I don't know if I'm going to get out here and we're going to have snakes and fucking tarantulas and fucking scorpions. That's what I was worried about. I call the animals. What am I going to do if these scary ass things start coming to me? Like they did in Oklahoma. All the biggest, scariest bugs. You know, the creatures of the night and shit. As humans, we are evolving and moving into a lighter consciousness. Our bodies may struggle to digest what was once healthy and fortifying. Also, we are doing the work spiritually. We may feel more sensitive to things that don't fit with our values. When we take on the energy of a product that has suffered imbued in it, no matter how good it tastes or even how organic it is, we may notice a lower of our vibrations that changes our spiritual integrity. I can't really say that I've changed anything about my eating habits when it comes to meat or, you know, certain products. I do got to point out though, they're chemically engineered. We know this for sure. You can go to the store and see that that's not, those fucking chicken breasts are bigger than my double D's. There's no chicken. If there's a chicken out there like that, I run from it. You know, that we know that they're fucking with our food so that they can make more food to spread further, and they're charging us too much. So going back to it, you know what I mean? Going back to the cow was ancient, you know, these were reverend animals. I understand that times changed and we evolved, just like the orcas. You know what I mean? Orcas would never eat such animals, but they learned how to evolve to eat. You know, every animal had to adapt, and we had to learn how to survive off of the land and what was available. You know, that's why there's people that eat cockroaches and shit like that. You know, and they learned to like what was available to them. With that being said, I think right now, if you're not already if you're not being spiritually led to change your food habits, and you're only doing it because of, you know, the mass society, let's go gluten-free, let's do this, let's go all green. I was making so much fun of Lizzo. Lizzo swears she's vegan, bro. How the fuck are you 450-pound vegan? Fucking 450-pound fucking vegan. What the fuck do vegans eat that makes you that fat? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not saying that. I don't change my eating habits. I'm grateful. I'm at a place where they offer meals 3 times a day, and I've been jumping in on that because they're vegetables. They're actual meals that my kids don't eat. The box food, you know what I mean, the processed foods that my kids eat. You know what I mean? So I'm being offered better foods, in the sense of a more variety of foods, you know what I mean, like that. But we also need to move towards that, and that was the last thing I was really praising is, you know, that football player who, you know, he took his money and he built a farm, and now he's farming for people. You know what I mean? Providing food, you know, healthy food, healthy, organic. If we want organic, we're going to have to organically grow our own food. That doesn't mean we go and we just pay obscene amount of monies for someone else that grew their own food. We're at a place where, in time, where food, the famine comes next. Not to say people aren't starving, but the famine is real. Why is the famine real when we have the seeds and we have the soil? And because we've long forgotten, and we've become, you know what I mean, Wall-E. We've become dependent off of fucking Walmart and, you know, big institutions. I'm hearing big pharma and all of that. You've lost your ability to use the lands and the animals. And that's going back to, you know, the cow. It really came to me. It's like, do you understand that a whole family could live off of one cow for a year? That's how much meat was provided. I mean, truthfully. And not only that, but everything else that it did provide with the hide, you know what I mean, that also provided either a blanket or clothing, or, you know what I mean, so many other things. The bones were used for weaponry and stuff like that, for different things. You don't truly understand, because there's so much waste that goes in. And I'm seeing Las Vegas, you know, let's go to an all-you-can-eat buffet and throw everything away. I know, we're rhyming. It's the truth, though, and that's why they make fun of Americans, and that's why Americans suffer from diabetes, cholesterol, all of this shit. Not because of our choices, but because what was on the plate. Going back to a child, you eat what you were given, right? You eat what you were given, but then later you chose what you wanted on that plate, and it's an all-you-can-eat fucking buffet in this time. We only eat the finest things. You know, going back to fucking caviar and shit. Who told you to eat babies? Going back to Veda, who told you to eat babies? You know what I mean? I guess ultimately a cow he said it has to be less than a year to be killed, because the meat's too, you know, they get too big and the meat becomes too thick. You know, going back to it, I learned all of that agriculture back in Oklahoma, so that we can do this again. The next thing would be the right soil, the right, you know what I mean, the right atmosphere to grow all of this stuff. To where do we get this? We need the land. We need to go back to the land and provide, you know, from the land for the people. If you haven't realized, that's why there's so much, is because the matrix isn't going to provide for the people. The governments, the religions, the institutions, you know, I'm going to do my best to find what resources I can, but ultimately that's what's wrong with our fine country, is that we can't provide for our people. And who are our people? But that's where it gets real gross, is the segregation decides who gets provided for. And so ultimately, you know, that wasn't the way. And so we're going to create a new way. And that was always a thing. What am I supposed to do? I haven't even bought a lotto ticket. I'm supposed to be winning the lottery so I can start these lands and we can start these communities. I'm Lady of the Fire, spiritual learning community centers. You know what I mean? And rehabilitational communities. So, yeah, I'm almost done. Let me finish this. All right, it's not to say that there is one way of living and eating and everyone should adapt. This card is about doing the best we can with our circumstances. It's not always possible to access nutritious or locally produced alternatives. However, and that's what they're talking about, look at our food, you guys. What is in it? I know we can't just not eat it, but how long are we going to eat it before it kills us? And I'm not talking about the sweets. I'm talking about the meats. I'm talking about, you can see what's in our milk. You know... My first baby daddy swore that the hormones in the milk is what makes women's boobs too big at teenage years.
What?
He swore. He's like, it's the milk. He said it's in the milk. That's why these little girls have big ass titties when they're little. It's in the milk. We do, no, it was just, we talked about stuff like that, like what, you know.
That's a little weird.
Not big titties. We were talking about the fucking hormones in the foods and the milks, and they weren't even half the size of these chicken breasts now. Holy shit. We do have the power to push for change, choosing how and where we spend our money. That's another thing too, is you're putting your money back into it. Did you hear a jackass? Did you hear that? Do it again.
I think it's that house right behind us.
Oh, dude, we need a jackass. Don't gay. We have many more options in the West than in previous generations for plant-based alternatives. Furthermore, there is evidence to show that minimizing the intake of animal-based foods helps to address the range of epidemic health issues, because they're pounding the fucking meats, bro. You've got to be honest. They're not going to feed these cows healthy foods if they're going to chop them and screw them. And that's the same thing they're doing to all of the meats, bro. All of our meats, they're doing it to. I didn't even know what veal was until Mr. Plum told me. For those that don't know, what is veal? They fucking pump a cow. They put a hose straight into the cow from birth. They keep it on its legs and they pump it nonstop with milk to make sure that all of its body is nice and fucking and soft and flesh, you know, and mushy, that it makes real soft meat. And then they kill it, and it's expensive, great meat for people that eat veal. That's not okay, bro. What's in the milk? What'd we just say? The hormones. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist. You can go to the store and see it for yourself. It doesn't mean you're gonna fucking freak out and turn into a green theorist and try to fucking, you know, go out there with signs and, you know, throw blood on people and shit like that. That's, you're being imaginative and you saw too much on TV. How do we fix it? Start a basic garden. Start a basic garden. As far as killing our own animals, we can't do that. You have to have certain licensing to do that type of shit. And unfortunately, I'm seeing the devil's advocate where I can do it under ritual practices and stuff like that. But no, it has to be properly done. You can't just be a butcher of your own fucking shit like that. You can't just be killing your own animals. I don't believe so. I'm not exactly sure. I think there's rights. There's a lot of animal rights, dude, as we were talking about our animal friends. Okay, as the false food pyramid falls away, they reveal themselves as misinformative, and that's it. They told you to eat so much. You were supposed to have, you know, 5 glasses of this. You were supposed to have so many foods. You know, you remember the 5 food groups and how much of each of it you were supposed to take every day, and people would stick to it, and then look at what happened to their bodies putting in all that food. Going back to it, I eat one good, great, you know, one filling meal where it's like 2 or more courses. Otherwise, I do small snacking, and typically just a lot of liquids. My daughter does a lot of small snacking. My son eats, you know, he eats he likes multiple courses, but small courses. But he's a young growing man. He eats like that. There's something teenagers that just fucking eat. Boys that just eat. You know what I mean? You eat what you're guided to eat, but not on a time schedule because somebody told you it's time to eat and they told you what to eat and how to eat. You eat what your body tells you need. If your body is telling you it needs sugar, then it's your automatic, you know, the opposite of diabetes, you know, it's telling you. If your body's telling you I need some meat, if your body's telling you I need some vegetables, I need some pasta, I need some grains, I need water. Since I got here, I'm thirsty as fuck. Millia's like, what kind of thirsty? So shut up, Milia. She said it. I'm so thirsty since I got here, you know, and you would have think it was opposite on the top of the mountain, being at high elevation and being, you know what I mean, dehydrated. I'm not outside. I'm just, you know, I thirst for more. All right. Anyways, we can let go of the falsehoods and choose nourishment that is sustainable, healthy, and inspiring. Also, be aware of environmental factors such as land clearing and water use. That's another thing too. Our waters are polluted, guys. I'm everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. I mean, not Colorado. No, it's beautiful, brisk water that's coming from the mountains. But as soon as you get in the city, it's being pushed through dirty old pipes. These pipes have been there since the beginning of time, you guys. That's why Michigan can't drink their water. That's why Oklahoma can't drink their water. That's why places in Colorado, you can't even drink the water. It's not the water, it's the pipes. Sorry, it's true. So ultimately, you got to be careful with that too. You know, I watched that video. There's a whole story on it's with Mark Ruffalo. I watched the documentary and it's on Netflix about it. You know what I mean? They poured fluoride in the fucking water and the people drank it and they got all kinds of cancers and shit. Gotta watch out for the waters too. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It's not, they're not trying to poison you, they just won't fix the problem. And that's why people do it. Doesn't mean, and that's what my kid said, you want to buy a smart water? That's the dumbest thing you can do. How about just buy a bottled water, bottled filtered water? 7-Eleven water tastes fine. The fucking good value water tastes fine. Something about a certain Dasani doesn't taste fine. You know what I mean? You can taste that something's weird about water. But ultimately, watch your water intake. If your tap water isn't good, then don't drink it, you guys. You can use it to cook with if you're boiling and shit. But be careful. And I'm just learning it everywhere I go. It's the pipes. It's not the land, it's the pipes. Once you start to scratch the surface, you will discover alarming and eye-opening truths about food production. There is no need to be dogmatic about making a shift, but do what you can. And that's it. Don't make a fucking frenzy. Don't go all crazy like he did in the movie and start ripping up everything because it all has Teflon in it. Just do what you can to start being aware of what's in the house and you know what I mean? It's too late. It's too late to apologize. All we can do is make a change now. It does make a difference. Okay, here's a little praying or a little saying in here. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Translations of the Sanskrit prayer, Loka Samsata Sukhino Bhavatua. All right, divinatory meaning. Look at how you choose to nourish your body and your ethics. What are you doing? And I talked about this too with Russ, the lack mentality. You choose to give your body the finest things. At what cost? You know what I mean? You're wearing the finest linens that came from where? Only for what reason? And how much did you break yourself to be part of what crowd? Being honest. Where possible, explore fortifying, filling, and nourishing alternatives. Your body and energy will thank you for it. Do not be like Bridge Fit and go out and buy every kind of fucking vitamin, mineral, extra. I need some creatine. I need all that.
There's a cop over there.
There's a whole bunch of cops. Where?
You see the lights?
Oh, over across the street. They're having an emergency. Okay, let's pray for them and not ask what's going on. So what that means is, like, don't go out there being a health freak either. Don't go out there trying to fucking be Dr. MD and you know exactly what, your health deficiency is in your body. You feel it. Don't be that dumb bitch. Don't be that dumb person that goes out there and spends, that only goes to health food stores and only buys that stuff. That's not what God is saying. He wants you to eat healthy. He wants you to provide the healthy stuff. He doesn't want you to go into stores and let them tell you what to put in your body. Ooh, that was a nice bright light. Where'd that one come from? I don't know. That's what he's saying right here. I just want to tell you that. You don't fill up your cupboards with all this weird... What are you going to do? Take a whole powdered, a muscle milk? And that's what I was telling my kids, too. My daughter said is... What'd you say about fat people? You said, is fat people... being fat is a choice. That's what she asked. I said, not in most cases. Not in most cases. And neither is being skinny. You know what I mean? I learned that, too. Skinny people will do...
Fast metabolism.
Yeah, skinny people will do alternate things to their body to grow weight. And I was making fun of their dad. I was like, he's like 33 years old. He tries to put up pictures of his six-pack, but it's a 16-year-old six-pack. He doesn't have the body build. And then you look at Tree, who literally took steroids, and he looks awkward. His body doesn't, he has a small legs and ass, and then all this enormous torso. you're proportioned. You know what I mean? And that's what we were talking about. And it's not about body shaming. It's like your body is the shape of your body. And that's what I told her. I was like, I cannot be any thinner than my bones. A lot of people say they have big bones, but my bones were created to carry a certain amount of weight. You know what I mean? Bringing it down to a Kim Kardashian size would make it look, I'd look unhealthy. My ideal weight for my size is 165. You skinny bitch are like, oh my God, you fat ass bitch. No, my ideal weight, ideal meaning it would show perfect muscle mass and all that bullshit, whatever, according to it. What am I? I fluctuate between 180 and 190 depending on, you know, what I'm holding in. That means I'm what? I'm 20 pounds over what the science says is a perfect size for my body? Fine. Okay, if I go into the 200, that means that I'm what, 35 pounds? Am I obese? Yeah. Or is that because you put that number in your head and you see it as a big number? I'm not sure, but then there are women that never go past 110 pounds. But then you tell your, you know, when they become elder and you're like, my grandma's down to 90 pounds. This is scary. So watch it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying what your size is. My size is thick. 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 Not fat, thick. You put me in some pants, you're like, damn, that's a thick girl. You're not going to ever say I'm fat. Like, damn, she's thick. I'm not fat. And that was really fucked up. Whoever your friend is, that's not her real name, Jonica. Jonica puts this picture, and her friend puts in the comment, skinny girl. I was like, what? Was she fat before that? Why did you say that? That's what your ego came out with? Are you feeling insecure and you're a flat back, complete fucking pole dancer? A skinny girl told another girl she was skinny. What does that mean? That's what I was saying. I was like, bitch, that's not your friend. A bitch. She's mad because she's skinny. Because she ain't got no boobs, ass, tits, fucking. She ain't got no fucking. She's a colorless angel. I'm not even going to say her name because it's a disgrace. No, it's a disgrace to the goddess that she pretends to be. Alright, moving on. Your body and energy will thank you for it. Sorry. This card also signifies strong animal energies. That could mean working more closely with an animal spirit guide or bringing a four-legged companion into your life. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of animals that you encounter and what their trait or message meaning to you. And that's it. We connect with the animals because because of our spirit, you know. And to be honest, we kind of in the ad. Yeah, that little puppy. I mean, all the animals, they you know, they connect with our light. If you're of the light, you connect, and the animals and the birds and the trees and the bees are all of the light. So, hey, I love you guys. We're going to pack this up. That is your 10-day forecast. I know, we're stagnant. We're stuck in some energy, but we can change it. When it changes, I'll change the card. We can change it. We have control. We are co-creating with God. He told us what it is, and we can make it better. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Is I try to show you what he's trying to tell you. What are you telling me, God? Where am I? You're right where the fuck you were last. Why? Because you didn't catch the vibe, dude. Stay still. Catch this healing. Okay, God. Or you could be mad about it and be like, God, why am I here again? You can yell at him and curse and stuff, or you can listen quietly, like I'm going to do, and find out what I missed. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you soon. Laters, haters. Okay. Police are still over there.